So this is Marilyn Wilson, and Marilyn, you have your book in your hand, so you've written Life Outside the Box. Tell us about the book.
I have been interviewing for almost a decade now. I started at the age of 49 by answering a Craigslist ad and was picked up by a New York magazine which folded, and so I went back to Craigslist and met a local photographer and ran a magazine here for 5 years. I write for Rain in New York, and through it all I've done 150 interviews, and I do extremely personal interviews. My interest is the artist's journey. Where were they born? What were they like when they grew up? How did they get there? How do they approach inspiration? What's been hard and easy? And 3/4 of my material ended up on the cutting room floor, because for a magazine you can only do a short article, very focused. So I had all this biographical material that's literally changed my life. These people live without apology. They know what they want, they do it, they chart a path, they define success in a way that's meaningful to them. They wear clothing that speak to them as a person. So it's 10 of my favorite interviews. I have a publisher, a shoe designer, a perfumer, a charity founder, a tap dancer, an artist. I had to dig deep for this because a lot of my interviews are in fashion, but it is a little piece of all these people's lives. It's not a full biography, so it's a nice mini biography. You can sit down, read a chapter, and put the book away for a month if you need to. You know, each one is a story unto itself. Hopefully I captured a little bit of their voice. Of the 10 chapters, 9 of them have gone through them and approved them and said, yes, this is my story. So it's not just about their business, it's about giving their machines dinosaur names. It's about crawling under a table in front of buyers. It's about, you know, pop bottles exploding on set when you're dancing. So it's got all those little stories that give you a picture of who these people are. And these stories have changed my life. They've changed my view of community, and they've given me permission to step out of the box that I was given in. I grew up in a very tight religious background, and many years ago when women's lives were more defined. And through these interviews, I've just kind of started to embrace all my quirks that I thought were negatives. They're not negatives. And my curiosity about people has found a home. It's a positive now. So I'm really excited. I've got goosebumps just talking to you every time I talk about it.
Well, congratulations to you. And tell me something about your style, because I see you out and about in Vancouver all over the place. And you are a very colorful dresser, I'll say. How would you describe your style?
I haven't grown up yet. But you know, when I started writing, I was 49. I'd been home. We had no money. I had 3 kids. I stayed home with them. And when I started interviewing people in fashion, I was dressing from Value Village and Costco. I had no idea. My body had changed. And so I went into one local designer, and over the next 4 years, which is 8 seasons, I worked with one person to put basics in my wardrobe that all went together. And so once I did that, now I could go and pull stuff together. So now what I do is go out and find a unique piece that fits in. So these are actually leggings are printed. Some product is a local person.
Okay.
And so this is a tie is from Value Village. And so now I get these really unique pieces. I even bought a coat off the runway last season. So I don't buy many clothes now because I have this great basics wardrobe. So what you see is where I go out and buy the fun pieces that amp it up, because I'm competing with people like Felix and all those young people that have gorilla tennis shoes on.
Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
And Sue Ranhana that has the most wonderful style in the world. So it's been first I needed a wardrobe. That took about 4 or 5 years. And then the last few years somebody said, you know, you need to redefine your relationship. What do you want out of your clothing? And I said, I want it to have a story, and I want it to be fun, and I want it to feel like I look good even though I don't have a tiny little waist. And so when I buy pieces, they have to make me feel good, they have to fit my wardrobe, and they have to add a pop of color, a new silhouette, something.
Well, you do look great.
And so I couldn't tell you what's going on in Europe or London or any of those things, because when I buy it, it just makes me happy. I was in a store buying something of a local designer and saw the leggings and the jacket and liked them. So
it's lovely.
This is a basic from my closet, and this was Value Village because I needed something new to wear with it.
Oh, well, you look very nice, very stylish. Now, if you could just hold your book up one more time for us and tell us where can people get your book?
Okay, right now it's mainly for sale online. So in Canada it's Amazon.ca and Chapters Indigo, and it's free shipping if you ordered $25 worth. So if you buy one thing with it, it's free shipping, and they give they take a big portion of the profit, so they give like 30% off. It's actually the cheapest place you can find it.
Oh, okay. That's
In
nice
the
to know.
U.S., it's Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble. And then in Vancouver here, I do have a few in Mab Art Studios in North Vancouver, and I'm going to put a few in Floral and Hardy, but they're not there yet. So I'm hoping eventually Chapters will decide to bring them into the stores. But as a new writer, I didn't realize there's 1,300 new books hit the press every day.
Okay, lots of competition.
And they have to decide which ones will go in the store and sell. And so you have to get a little of attention first. So I'm working on the attention now.
Okay.
And this will help. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Listen, congratulations, and I'm going to get one of your books, so I hope it helps.
And if you send me a link to this, my publisher sends these kind of things